will not write poetry when the teacher is talking. I will not write poetry when the teacher is talking. I will not write poetry when the teacher is talking. Standard white chalk on classic blackboard squeaks cliches through pointless punishments. Write it over and over, Amanda, to make sure you don't forget. She wants me to measure the perimeter of the blackboard, do the math, find its area, and fill it tight with my new imposed credo. I will not write poetry when the teacher is talking. Fill it so I can't tell if the board was black or white to begin with, and I can't even get away with the occasional large writing. Do the math, she says. I was sure it was discreet, but I mean, how discreet can large, bold print be among small, meticulous letters? Maybe I'll steal her glasses when she's not looking. Better yet when she is, for she won't much be able to see anyway. I'll flail them like lassos in circles above my head as I prance between the desk rows, pounce happy from one desktop to another, tear the blackboard to the floor, nail erasers to the bottoms of my shoes, and moonwalk the area of the blackboard, throwing Miss Jones's sacred philosophy to a dusty gray epiphany of tainted alphabet, all the while still flailing her spectacles in the air. Say, Miss Jones, you do a great zombie walk. Claim, Miss Jones, I've never really been too fond of charades, though I do love the game. I know you can't see, Miss Jones, but pray you say, how is that any different from before? For can't you see that I should instead be writing poetry because the teacher is talking? Have you learned nothing from the lectures you preach day after day, you anti-Emersonian fool? For can't you see that it's when the teacher was talking that a young Martin Luther King dozed off into his REM cycle just to be rudely awakened by the bell seconds later, and it was then that he realized that he had a dream. Don't you know that it's when the teacher was talking that Newton himself gazed out the window just in time to see a leaf fall off its branch, and after recess that day is when Newton brought the teacher that apple. You see, it's when the teacher was talking I thought I could write history like it was an original idea, but now you're just asking me to repeat myself. Can't you see my confusion when for so long you taught us to stay inside the lines just to tell us years later that we must think outside the box? You tell us to come to class prepared, though only as a test it seems, now demanding put your pencils down and pick up the chalk. I will not write poetry when the teacher is talking. I will not write. Now we're not supposed to argue both sides in an essay, but when you taught us to share, where you're not referring to our ideas and all viewpoints as well. In first grade, my teacher got mad at me for putting black in my rainbow, and I had to start all over. You tell us to be blind to color, but we were trained to look at a group of things, and now it's a measure of your IQ if you can tell which one doesn't belong. But what if we all do? Red Rover, let anyone who wants to come over. Except for those who bear arms, except for those with bare arms. Dangerous amoebas or dry Play-Doh, for we shan't kick poets out of the republic, but rather kick them in to the public. You won't need much aim for that, Miss Jones. Miss Jones? Miss Jones! Now I know I'm not the teacher, but it is rather rude to be over there writing while I'm talking.
Hey! What are the scores, judges? 10.5, 10.5, 8.6, 8.6, 10.5. All right.